Hey y'all, hey, happy Thursday. This is a quick upload of my latest recap on Country Wayne Skits. And again, it's only going to be here for a little while, then I'm going to transfer it over to my YouTube channel, TK, TKTV, and it's in the playlist for Country Wayne, so you can catch it there. But y'all, okay. We know that Anthony and Amber are, for whatever reason, still doing the counseling thing. Well, yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Because, like I said, I don't watch him every day. I catch him. I stopped looking for him because the no, the nerves, okay? But I did see the episodes where Amber and Anthony went to the counselor and they talked to Amber about how she felt when her real feelings. Tell Anthony how you really felt by catching him in the bed with your best friend. She went there, even went to as far as saying that sometimes she don't want to be around. There are days that she just don't want to be here anymore. I mean, it was heartfelt. It was heartfelt, and you could see the look on Anthony's face. So that for a smidgen of time, you might even think that, oh, he do care about her feelings. But if he does, it's a very small part because we all know Anthony loves Anthony the most. But there was a smidgen of time where he looked like he might actually care about what she went through and how his part that he played in it, right? Okay. Then we had Anthony's turn. And again, he's still going on about how she did what she did to him the day they got married, which I'm saying we ain't condoning that at all. At all. But is anybody asking the question? Who told you about it, Anthony? How did you find out? Okay, who were you with when you found out? And you were married when you found out, because when you got married, Amber was done with Wayne, right? That was done. So you were already unfaithful to your marriage when you found out about what she and Wayne did. Two wrongs don't make a right, but okay, right? They gave out their feelings. Amber, of course, she does still kind of love Anthony, right? More than he loves her, for sure. I don't care what Anthony say. So she felt her pain. So they're bonding over this pain, right? And the counselor's like, that's in the past. Going forward, we need to, because you can't change things in the past, move forward. That kind of counseling. I guess overall, the counseling session was a good thing. If they were really on the road to recovery, I don't think they are. But okay, girlfriend, earn your dollars, okay? I'm getting ready to walk out my house, because I got something to do, right? And I see this video where Shayla is now coming up with a powerful solution. So I watched it. Okay. It didn't work out in her favor. They should have said Shayla comes up with a powerful solution, goes wrong, because that's what it should have been. Anthony walks in, and I'm sure this is either the day of, the day after, or whatever, this counseling session, and it's still marinating in his spirit. Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Go ahead. Vibe with me. So he walks in and he says, I know you want to go out and, do whatever. So I'm going to take Kai. We're going to go for a walk or whatever. So is he ready? She's like, what's wrong with you, Anthony? Nothing's wrong with me. I could tell there's something wrong with you. She kept going on and on about how the energy, she wasn't feeling it. This. You came in the house. You didn't give me a hug or a kiss. Do you know he gave her a side church hug? Yeah. Didn't kiss her, but gave her that little hug. Side hug. She was like, what the world? So she's like, what's going on? And he was like, nothing is going on. I told you I'm fine. Well, you don't seem fine because you treat me like a friend and you're not treating me like I'm your girl. What's wrong with you, Shayla? You're overreacting. You're taking this too far. Blah, blah, blah. But his mood and his attitude is so evident that, hey, if I was a Shayla fan, I'd be like, you're right, girl. Something ain't going on right in that camp over there. But he's like, no, I'm fine. And she's like, well, I don't get it because you know what I think? We need to pray about this. We need to bring God into the situation, into our relationship, into our family, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, what? We pray about what? Pray about what? He ain't trying to do it, right? So she's like, no, we just need to pray. And he goes to grab at his hands and start, Heavenly Father. He's like, no, stop. We ain't praying. We ain't gonna pray for. I don't know what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you? Anthony, what's wrong with you? And then he says something, and she said, no, he said, I thought I came over here to take my son. I thought you was going to be my peace. But right now, you're being toxic. Toxic? toxic, that's what she says. What is toxic? Toxic is Amber sleeping with your business partner before the wedding, right? That's toxic. I'm just trying to, and he looked at her like, you know what? He had that look on his face that the light bulb came on, because now I'm thinking, and I could be wrong because they have proven me wrong before. I'm thinking the thing that's rushing through his mind is that he's thinking, there you go, throwing it back up in my face. Every time we have an argument or disagreement between you and me, the first thing you want to throw at me is how Amber slept with my business partner. So I think he realized not only am I saying it, but she's saying it, and she's only saying it so that I would be against Amber. And right now he ain't trying to be against Amber for whatever reason, whether he's still trying to get his stuff back or if he's actually trying to get his wife back. Doubtful. That's one of those slim to nones, but there's always that chance. Why is the every time you and I have an issue, you throw Amber in it? And you continue to turn the knife. And that's probably what he was thinking about, because Amber said it was like a knife in her heart that he kept turning and turning, because he's still with her, took on vacation, all that came out. So I'm thinking he's like, every time we get into it, you throw that at me. You know that is a knife in my chest, and you keep turning it every chance you get, every chance you get. Well, Amber did this to you. Amber never loved you. Amber slept with your business partner. Okay? And the look on his face said, oh, okay. All right. You know what? He ready, right? So he goes in there to go get him. He ain't got his shoes on. Where you going, Anthony? I'm taking my son for a walk. Well, he ain't got his shoes on. The boy ain't walking. Why he need shoes? And it's summertime in Atlanta. He barely need a t-shirt. Okay? It's probably hot down there, right? And so he walks out, and she's just standing there looking all lost. Girlfriend, your strategy of throwing Amber under the bus every time to remind him as to why, what is she reminding him of? By letting him know and reminding him that she slept with Wayne. What is this? This is supposed to keep him on her side of the bed, so that he don't think about going back to bed with Amber. Okay? But now it's getting old. And he's probably thinking to himself, this is what Dalen said. This is what Piari says. This is what Chase says every time I throw it out there, that Wayne and Amber. They look at me like, why are you still talking about this? That's in the past, dog. Blah, blah, blah. You forgave her. That's in the past. Why is Shayla still bringing it up, Anthony? Because she don't want you. See, if that's the worst thing that Amber did to you, considering what you have done and are still doing to Amber, I think you're starting to see how the scales are being like, they're evening out. And in what you did, boof, is a lot worse than what Amber did, because she did it before you were married. Yes, she cheated on you. We already know that. Okay, she apologized. You forgave her, and you supposedly went on with your life. But after that, what did she do to you? What did she do to you? You felt guilty for a minute and was going to tell Miss Shayla it's over, but she manipulated you, maneuvered you, right? She lustified you, and there you are. And here you are with a baby and your wife on the other side. Right? I know he's getting tired of her. Whether he go back to Amber or not, he's getting tired of Shayla. Right? And I'm telling you, when the Kai implosion hits, it's going to be a whole lot easier to walk out that door if he does not do so before now, because, now he's living permanently, for the moment, he says, permanently with Piari because of the divorce thing, the optics of it all. And you think, Shayla, that throwing in his face that Amber slept with your business partner is going to make him rush back to you after the counseling session he had today? Or yesterday? No, boo-boo, it's not going to work like that. And praying about it. And look, while we on it real quick, y'all stop bringing God into the middle of this mess. He ain't finna bless this mess. I mean, he will forgive y'all, but he ain't finna bless your mess. All right? He going to make it easier for you to continue to commit adultery, to covet someone else's man or woman. No, that's not how the way that works. So y'all need to cut that out. Writers, stop. I just thought I'd jump in and talk to y'all about that, because this one right here, I was like, wow. I see it ending one way or another. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.